Hello guys, welcome to another video. Before the video starts, there are some thank yous in order. I want to thank you all for watching me, for giving me your time from your day. I also want to thank you for the support on my last two videos, for all the likes, for all the comments. Thank you so much. Thank you for new subs. Speaking of subs, speaking of likes, speaking of comments, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe on this channel and on this video. It will help me so much because I'm graduating in a few months and I want to achieve something on YouTube before I graduate, so please get me to my dream. Thank you so much. Anyways, the topic of this video is my first guitar, and it's this Harley Benton ST-20. And as you can see, this ST-20 Strat isn't a usual ST-20, heavily modified. But before we will talk about the modifications I did, let's talk about how it was in the beginning and how it got here. It all started as a triple single coil basic black Strat. Yeah, black Strat theory applies to me also. From the factory, it comes with C-shaped neck made of maple with a Laura fingerboard, basic 642mm scale length, 305mm fingerboard radius, basic Harley Benton tuners, basic bridge, and a poplar body. When I first got this guitar, it was on 28th of December 2019, and I fell in love with this guitar, but it was my first guitar and single coil guitar. And because I played a lot of Nirvana and saw Kurt Cobain with the humbucker guitars, I acquired another in summer 2020. It was cheap stack copy of some Jackson Super Strat. It had two crappy ceramic pickups, and because of that I knew I wanted to change them. So in summer 2021 I bought Seymour Duncan SH-4 JB humbucker. I put it in that stack copy, and the pickup that it had, I put in my Harley Benton, the ceramic pickup it had. So now the stack had better pickup than the Harley Benton, and because of that I played the stack more because I thought better pickup, gonna sound better, but it played awfully because of the neck and frets and everything. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So I acquired another guitar, and that was my Fender Strat for €35, $35, something like that. I put the Seymour Duncan in that Fender, but because it was cheap and it was old, and because of that the fret on the Floyd Rose bass plate broke and the guitar became unplayable because the intonation saddles came loose. And thanks to that, I had a Seymour Duncan that wasn't used, so I put it in this guitar. That's where it sits now. Firstly, I broke the middle pickup because when we were routing for the humbucker, we cut the wires by mistake. The first modification to this guitar was it had functioning neck pickup and functioning bridge humbucker and 5-way switch. That then became one of my guitars that I played, and I kinda enjoyed it, but the humbucker wasn't as good as I thought it was. Looking back at it, it sounded kinda lame, it was kinda muddy. I was experimenting, thanks to that I bought a Fender. Anyways, the Harley Benton in this time had lots of stickers on it, lots of hentai anime stickers, because I wanted to differentiate the guitar from the other Strats, from the other black Strats that existed. And because I was recording covers on TikTok, I wanted to have a signature guitar, scroll and then see this guitar and be oh yeah, that's him. Or oh, that's cool guitar. Something like that. Anyway, after the Fender broke, I put the Seymour Duncan in this body. At this time I took out the 5-way switch, I took out the other 2 single coils, and it became like permanently one humbucker guitar with 1 volume. And because the Seymour Duncan is 5 conductor wire, I wanted to have a coil split, but I didn't have anything that I can do the coil split on, like a mini switch or push-pull. So I took the volume pot from the Fender, put it in here, enlarged the cavity, put a kill switch in this place that instantly broke because it was cheap AliExpress kill switch. And then I put the volume pot from this Harley Benton that was originally here in here, and wired so that at the full volume it's like both coils, and then at 0 volume it's like only 1 coil, and you can adjust the volume of the second coil in here. It's still series, but like it's wired a little differently, like because other people wire it so both wires go into output input 1 of the part, and I wired it a little bit differently. The end of, I think it's this coil, goes into input 1, the output of the pot goes into start of the second coil, and then the output of the input of the second input of this part is, no, it's not ground, it's disconnected, I think, or like it goes into somewhere, I don't know. It was a long time ago when I wired it, so like, but it works, and it works good. And so yeah, that became this guitar, like from the electronics standpoint. And the second thing you can see on this guitar is this paint job. This one is brand new, but I did this like nearly exact paint job in June 2023 when I played in my first band. And yeah, it was like a little bit different because I had lots of free time, was bored, and had spare white POSCA pens. So I scribbled this, and I kinda liked it at the time, but because of no clear coat on the POSCA pens, it quickly wore off. And at one point I just became sick and tired of like repainting the guitar, so like I left it and wiped it off all. And so yeah, a few days ago I painted it back at this guitar. So yeah, that's the paint job right now. My future plans with this guitar: I need to change the bridge because the screws on the bridge are sticking out too much. I want to change the tuners for black tuners. I want to change the nut for black GraphTech nut. Yeah, the bridge is also gonna be black. And I want to change the pickguard for authentic HSS pickguard, because as you can see this one is angled because of the single coil screw holes. And I want to change the pickup for a black SH-4 and give it some proper single coils from Seymour Duncan that are also black. So it's gonna be all black guitar, and then paint the pickguard like in this style. So it's gonna be all black guitar with some pretty paint job, and then put some clear coat on it, and so it's like permanent. Also, sadly, this guitar is kinda dinged. You can see a huge chunk of it missing, and I I tried to do some relicking in here. It's like a buckle rash or something like that. So it has got some like personality. So yeah, this is my heavily modified, well, not heavily modified, but it will be heavily modified Harley Benton guitar. And you may be asking why. Well, simple. I had no money, so changing pickup was much cheaper than buying a better guitar. The neck on this guitar is awesome, so like I didn't have to like change a neck. It stays in tune pretty well. I don't know how. Maybe because the tremolo is blocked, so with like 5 springs, and it's tightened all the way, so it's like blocked. And the nut is lubricated with piece of pencil. Like I took a pencil and like took the, do you call it graphite? Yeah, just let pencil graphite and put it on in between the slots and on the nut. And so yeah, it's my first guitar and I want it to be as good as possible because I love it so much. It took me through my first band and right now in my band called O'Meal. It also like slaps AF. And so yeah, I will be tracking on the future songs that will be coming out on this guitar right here, because it's just so much. Also, the tuning of this guitar right now, it's in drop A sharp. It was in A, drop A, because we play in drop A, and right now we're writing in drop A sharp. It's like I tuned it a half step up, but it's still down tuned and it's taking it pretty well. It's like 12 to 60, the gauge of the strings, something like that. And so yeah, that's gonna be it for this guitar. And next time we're probably gonna talk about this Fender, because I got it, like I said, for like 35 euros or something like that. Like I said, that's the topic of the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. It will help me so much, because like I said, I'm graduating in a month or 2, and it will be like a huge dream to have like a successful YouTube channel before I graduate and start university. So yeah, thank you so much and see you in the next video. Sie prendez